Hi everyone, welcome back to another movie review, and in this video I'll be reviewing the movie Salt. Now Salt came out in 2010. It starred Angelina Jolie, Liev Schreiber, Chiwetel Ejiofor. But this movie is without a doubt my favourite Angelina Jolie movie. Now it's an action thriller. In the movie, Angelina Jolie plays a CIA agent named Evelyn Salt. And essentially she's later presumed to actually be a Russian sleeper agent named Chenko, and she ends up going on the run. And this movie had some great action sequences. I won't go into too much detail about the action, but the action sequences were very well choreographed, in my opinion. This movie also had some pretty neat twists. I won't spoil it, even though it came out 13 years ago. I won't spoil it, but this movie had some very neat twists as well, in my opinion. Angelina Jolie actually did a fantastic job in the movie. She did a great job in the sense that we, the audience, throughout a lot of the movie, we, the audience, are meant to believe that she's actually a Russian sleeper agent out to cause harm against the US, or out to inflict harm against US citizens. But then we actually see a human side to her as well. So basically, we find out at the beginning, actually, she got married, and then her husband, okay, I'm spoiling a little bit of it now, but her husband gets murdered. And also, we do see a human side to her, and through the decisions she actually makes throughout the movie, we actually see a human side to her, and that she's actually not evil like we were initially meant to believe. But yeah, Angelina Jolie did a fantastic job in this movie. Liev Schreiber was also excellent in this movie. This movie was actually directed by Philip Noyce, an Australian director who also directed the two Harrison Ford, Jack Ryan movies, so Patriot Games and Clear and Present Danger, but he did a great job in this. I think he did a great job directing this movie. I thought the writing was also excellent. Again, like I said before, the twists were also pretty neat in my opinion. The movie had some great twists. Action was great. In terms of action, look, I wouldn't say it's the all-time greatest action movie I've ever seen in my life, but it's definitely without a doubt, my favourite female-led action movie of all time. The action I thought was quite gripping and also thrilling. The movie had some great twists. One thing that actually disappointed me, though, is that the end of the movie ends on a cliffhanger. Okay, the movie does end on a cliffhanger, and yet a sequel was never actually made, which is actually very disappointing, in my opinion, because sequels never made, and yet the movie ends on a cliffhanger. So, but yeah, that's the only gripe I have with it. But other than that, action was great, which I've said a million times already. Angelina Jolie was excellent, in my opinion. This was actually one of her best performances, in my opinion. I know she is an Oscar winner. She's done a lot of great movies, but in my opinion, this was actually one of her best performances to date. Liev Schreiber was also excellent. Andre Braugher was pretty decent as well. It didn't have too much screen time, but yeah, Andre Braugher is also a great actor, and he was also in the movie as well. But yeah, this movie, in my opinion, has aged very well. It came out 13 years ago, and yeah, it's aged very well. Any gripes? So yeah, like I mentioned before, the movie ends on a cliffhanger, and yet a sequel was never made. Look, I don't really have too many gripes. It's not the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life. So, look, maybe the movie could have had a few more action set pieces, maybe. But yeah, this movie, look, it's not the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life. It's not the greatest action movie I've ever seen in my life, but it's without a doubt my favourite Angelina Jolie movie, and it's also my favourite female-led action movie. And then yeah, I think Philip Noyce did a great job directing this movie. The movie had a lot of suspense as well, which I probably should have mentioned earlier. The movie had a lot of great suspense. Yeah, great twist, like I already mentioned before. Performances were great. Some pretty neat cinematography as well in some scenes. Yeah, cinematography was pretty good as well. But yeah, this movie, go check it out. It came out in 2010. I didn't actually see it in cinemas. It came out in cinemas when I was 13 years old. But I have seen it twice. I saw it in 2019 and a second time in 2022, actually. But yeah, go check it out. Great movie by the very talented Philip Noyce. But yeah, go check out Salt. Great movie. I'm sure you'll love it. If you don't like action, maybe not, although you probably still find it very suspenseful and I think you probably will still find it engaging, but if you're an action fanatic like me, you'll love this movie. Thank you very much for listening, guys. Take care, and stay tuned for more reviews very, very soon. I give Salt an 8.5 out of 10. Take care. Bye.